me, I'm Jesse James, and welcome back to another episode of Dealership Life, which is where I take you on a journey of what it's like working at a Harley dealership. For this week, starting to get into the cold season. At the time of recording, it is October 7th. Whole lot of rain for today, but throughout the rest of the week, it's going to actually start feeling like fall. There we go. One of the things about like this area and why I really like working at this Harley dealership here and really just living here in general is you really get all four seasons, but our riding season really goes deep into the year. So like for us, even though like whenever I say it's starting to get fall here, I mean like we're going to be in the lower 70s all week for our high, and then next week we're jumping right back into the 80s in October. And like for the start of it, it's much earlier in the year, like say around like May, you can usually expect to start getting, make sure I got my months right there. But yeah, you can usually start it early, third, fourth month of the year. But no, so for this week, we do have some stuff going on. I've got several appointments for later in the week. And got one where numbers are already done, just getting the bike down so we can look over it. So that's great to know that I've already kind of got one, like mostly across the finish line. And then a couple more to go. So it should be a pretty good week, all things considered. For myself personally, definitely in a better headspace than I was last vlog. Took a little time off because I had not taken any time off in honestly too long. Did a nice little staycation, and it got everything going better mentally, which is going to help out for me helping people get onto bikes. So just got done talking with a customer about that Road Glide over there. Funny enough, not only is he somebody that has purchased a motorcycle from me in the past, but also watches the channel. So it always, like, I'm still very new to this whole YouTube side of things, so I'm still figuring out like what exactly to say on that side of it, beyond like thank you for watching the videos, but also for if they're looking at a bike that they've watched me do a very in-depth video on. I'm always like, all right, what do you want to talk about with it? Because on the videos that I make on here where I'm posting a review of it, I go very in detail. I talk about a whole bunch of little small things across the entire thing. Whereas in the showroom, whenever somebody's looking at a bike, it's like, hey, what are you looking to get out of that bike? And then hitting those like some few points through there instead of like a 20-minute long video of different points across it. So it's I still haven't quite figured out that flow. But anyway, so caught up a little bit. We should be looking good tomorrow. I'm going to see a few things on my schedule-wise, see about coming and actually riding the bike, because that's a major difference, because he has a very nice bike right now. As I said, he bought the bike that he had from me a couple years ago, and whenever I asked him, I was like, hey, what's your bike not doing for you? And he's like, oh, nothing. My bike, I enjoy my bike, but this would be the forever bike. So coming by tomorrow, we'll see how he likes the ride of it and kind of go from there. So it is the next day. Didn't get a chance to record this yesterday because it was just late in the day. He and I actually started talking about his truck before anything else. It was one of the newer Ford Mavericks, and I just hadn't seen a whole lot of them in person. So I was just curious, picked his brain for a little bit. And then funny enough, then we got to talk on bikes. It's one of the things that I tell new salespeople all the time, of try and like have a conversation literally about almost anything else. Because if you can be friendly and be interested in them, what they've got going on, it's a lot better for breaking the ice. But like in that instance, I had no idea that he was actually coming to look for the bike for the first time in like, I think 12 years, he said. He's been out of riding that long. I had no way of knowing that beforehand. I just knew that he had a cool truck that I wanted to pick his brain on, and then later would come to figure out I wanted to talk about bikes. But so older gentleman, Vietnam vet, and wanted to come in looking. At first we were looking at a very traditional style bike, more along the lines of your Road King. So originally we started talking on this bike, Heritage Softail, true Heritage Softail, because it was all the things stylistically that he was looking for. But whenever he went to lift it up, he's just like, we're just on that cusp of it no longer being comfortable to move this bike around. So ended up talking trike and looked at all the different styles of it, and we actually landed on the Road Glide 3, as the one that he liked the best. Originally, we were just looking at, because I don't have one that's here that's new, that's of what he was really looking to do. So I was showing him a pre-owned with less than 1,000 miles. However, my managers were actually able to find one at one of my sister locations. This one was at the Toledo store that was not only in the color he wanted, black on chrome instead of the gray on chrome, but also because of the sale that we had going on, was able to get him over to that one actually at a cheaper price. So for today, I've got a couple appointments coming up. One of them, and I say coming up, but one of them is actually we've already had to reschedule. He ended up having his grandbaby a little bit longer for the day, which as a dad and seeing how much my in-laws enjoy whenever my son Abel is hanging out with them, don't mind that at all. But also have a guy coming in that was in recently graduated riding academy, coming in a little bit later. Check out the breakout. Harley's factory custom chopper setup. It's the bars, man. That's the thing that personally I just really cannot get behind on the breakout. But he digs it, so he'll be in a little bit, and then we'll just see kind of how it plays out after that. So just got this bike off the transfer from our Toledo, Ohio location. He will be coming in tomorrow to sign paperwork and take ownership of this. Just wanted a classic 883 to zip around town, and that is a classic 883 to zip around town. Biggest thing that he really wanted on it was the slip-ons, because he's like, well, for good one, that was the biggest expense that he was thinking. And plus, all of us appreciate a bike that sounds better than stock, so found the exact bike for him. Nothing really crazy on this one. So it is now the next morning. My appointment on the breakout showed up late last night. It was, honestly, it was a whole lot of fun. Fella, I think I mentioned in the earlier clip, but he had just come through Rider Academy. So he was newer to riding. So we went over to the empty lot that we actually have next to the dealership here and just had him go around and practice a little bit beforehand on the breakout, because he had only ridden on the Street 500 for Rider Academy. And so for me, I wanted to make sure that he was going to be comfortable and he was going to be safe before doing anything on the road. And he was one of those, like, he just got it, man. Really just took to riding. And so I told him, I was just like, your fundamentals look great. If you want to take it to the road, I'm comfortable with doing that. He was, so I took him on a little bit of a shorter test ride so that he'd get a feel for it. Ended up leaving with it last night. I didn't get out of here until like 8, whenever we closed at 6, to put in perspective. So it was a late one, but in my role, well, really, I feel like sales just in general, whenever you're not paid hourly, you're only paid whenever a bike leaves, you're going to have those late days. That's part of that's like one of the downsides with it, even though like you do have the flexibility, granted depending on your management, to drop of a hat, go take care of something. But he's happy. I got home and back in for the next day. Got 2 appointments. My Road Glide guy from yesterday had to reschedule for today, so he's coming in. The fella for the 883 is coming in today. And then I've got, I think the third one is somebody that had reached out to my online, my BDC people, and then asked to work with me. So not entirely sure what's going on with that story, but we'll see how it plays out. So yeah, that 883 is now out on the road burning gas. We're doing a whole lot better this vlog than we did last time with no sales, of having 2 of them pretty quick succession. And yeah, it also helps I'm in a much better headspace than on that one. But yeah, for that one, honestly, one of the easier sales I've had in a while. Dude knew exactly what he was looking for, knew exactly what he wanted. I had it, came to a spot where we agreed on it, and out there riding, so nothing crazy. And yeah, dude's happy. So even, and like for me, it was one, I'll also say I'm not personally the biggest fan of the 883s, but he loves them, buying it for exactly what it's looking to do. He's like, just want to rip around town. And I was like, great, that's exactly what it's built to do. So I got a couple more appointments still on the books for today. And one of them is confirmed. and that is the Road Glide from yesterday. The other one, I haven't heard back anything yet, but we'll keep rocking and rolling, as it were. So I'll do laps usually every couple hours, just walking around the store. Keeps me like in the know of like kind of seeing what's going on, being aware of it. But I saw that, and the joke I made in my head is like, yep, we work on quite a few different styles of Harleys here. That's our detailer's lift. He's probably putting that together for one of his kids. I know I've got one for mine, and Abel loves it. But I just thought it was funny walking through. It has like absolutely nothing to do with the rest of what's going on for the week, but I just thought it'd be funny to put in here. So we did the delivery on the 2025 Road Glide Mystic Shift on Black to repeat customers, but also viewers of the channel. So really great to catch up with them again, and like they're just fun people, and I really enjoy some of their stories. But yeah, I hope the bike it lives up to your expectations and you're having fun with it. But yeah, so one of the things I want to do for like kind of the end of these videos is I want to hear from you guys. What questions do you have for me? It can be about sales, the motorcycles, and the best ones I'll actually feature here at the end of this video, because usually I feel like if you've gotten to the end of this video, this is something that very much interests you. But yeah, leave your questions down below, and I'll take the best one in the next Dealership Life vlog I will feature at the end of the video. But this is the end of this video, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy this video, give it a like. If you enjoy this kind of behind the scenes view of like what it's like working at a Harley dealership, consider subscribing, because that's what I do here. But more than anything, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you out there riding.